kind of the third guy in the rotation, but he got a lot of time Saturday.
Right.
How has he maintained himself throughout all of that, and what you saw from him Saturday?
Yeah, I think Kyle, we got to say some good things about him in the spring. For spring for a little while, he was a starter, went through a little injury and kind of knocked him out of that, but came back. And this is a guy that does everything we ask him to do. And I tell you the neat thing about him, out of all our quarterbacks, he's kind of got the demeanor that's a mixture of knows what to do, knows how. I mean, he can signal our stuff in. He's ready at all times, but he also is a great leader. He's kind of an energy guy in the right way. Probably our best 2-minute quarterback out of all three of them. He's one of those guys. I mean, he's about to get hit and he knows where to put the ball. So I've seen it the whole time. I thought we had 3 quarterbacks. You got to see him come in the game and do some really good things from a passing standpoint. He knows our offense. He's a student of the game. Just a good football player.
And most guys would kind of, and this is not a slight towards the standing on depth, but most people might tend to overlook or forget the third guy or B2, whatever
Right.
he's got. But I mean, you got a 3 that could be a 1. How much of an advantage is that to you, and how
I think it's a huge
blessed are you to have a guy in that kind of position that otherwise might just hold a clipboard?
Yeah, I think we are. And you said that in the summer one time. You said, well, if you don't have a 1, sometimes that can be a real bad. But I think really what it is, we've got 3 good ones. And Kyle's that guy. So when Max had a little tweak first week, it was almost like, okay, Kyle, here we go. You've already been. So we really think it's kind of maybe, as I always say, an A2.5. There's really not a lot separating our top guy from our third guy because he brings a whole other skill set that the other 2 don't necessarily have. So it's a great guy to have around. Does everything we ask him to do, and just a good teammate, but also a good quarterback.
Kyle, how was that? It's the most extensive in a real game you had gotten Saturday.
Yeah, it was fun. Against JU, I got a little mop-up duty, which that was fun. Anytime you get in the game is fun. It was really just exciting, good chance to go in there and make a play for the team. And really, at the end of the day, we got the W, and it's really all that matters. Whether I play 0 snaps, whether I play all of them, it's all that matters.
Has it been tough to maintain any kind of edge because you kind of know where it stands, but you don't know where it stands?
Yeah, the way I look at it is you're always one play away. A guy could go down, something could happen. And I prepare myself just every day that I'm the number 1 quarterback, whether it's Eli, whether it's Max. We're all still competing with each other. And just every time I get my opportunity, I'm just going to try to take my full advantage of it.
Was it neater Saturday than it was the Saturday before when it was towards the end? Because that was your first varsity game the week before.
Yeah, so there was a little more pressure. I mean, which, I try to handle pressure well. I don't like to go out. I like to play with confidence. I don't like to go out and have all this emotion, just stay calm and cool and collected. But, it was fun. It was a great experience.
How many opportunities, Coach, will he have, can you say, from now to at least to the end of the year?
Who knows? I mean, really, and I think that's, you've had that talk so many times, people get caught up in it, but we really have a confidence in that, I can't say that about every spot, but we've got 3 guys that can play. They've all got different strengths, and we've got to do a good job coaching to those strengths, but, I didn't worry at all when this happened, and this was something we wanted to do in the game, we kind of go into every game with, at a certain series, we're going to go with the other guy, just because it's a change-up. And then, if he kind of gets a hot hand, he may stay in. That's happened, it seems like, every week. So, and he did. He came in and did a good job right before the 2-minute. We chose to come back with Eli. Start the second half, wasn't really any knock on what Kyle did. He really did a really good job. So it's just, and I think one of the things we pride ourselves on is how we communicate to our players. It is truly a family atmosphere. And I want them to feel that way, that they can talk to the guys in their room. I know they feel that way about Coach Gross and the offensive staff, and then, of course, they can come see me. But we want to over-communicate where you are, what's your role, what's going to be your role this week. And I ask our coaches every day, does this guy know where he stands? Because I think that's one of the worst things as a player, when you don't know really what my role is this week, because that's when you have problems. When I think he's communicating now, then it's up to him. He's got to handle it. I expect them to handle it once they've been told And sometimes it's, hey, we don't know how it's going to go. We just got to play it out.
Pardon my ignorance, but who was the player that appeared to get knocked out in the first half and with that really hard hit, and how's he doing today?
Marquise Merrill was a player, and he's doing well. Really, I mean, it's, you know, that's what we were talking to our training staff after the game. I mean, it was kind of, I think they were really shocked that he was doing as well as he is. And, you know, we don't talk a lot about injuries, but I think that was one that everybody saw and it worried everybody because it was such a big hit. You know, during the game, I was like, I think he's going to be fine. You know, we knew he wasn't coming back, but as of that night, he was doing great, doing good yesterday, doing good today. So we feel fine about him.
Was there any hard feelings because the UNA players seemed to be celebrating for a prolonged period of time while he was lying on the field not moving?
Yeah, I think that's one thing. It's, you know, and I always come from a defensive mindset because I coached defense so long. You know, I did not see any launching. I didn't see any, his foot was on the ground when he made contact. You know, we had a couple of guys that didn't do their job, which would have protected him with the release, you know, how they release. But, you know, I tell our guys, you know, you celebrate with your teammates, and now when you feel like somebody's injured, you know, you need to respect that. And I think maybe once they saw that, they did. So, you know, I was just worried about the kid. I really didn't pay much attention to that, to be honest with you.
You were looking for some reports on some of the other ones too. You know, we talked about Max with his tweak and James. You said there were positive reports. Anything going forward
Yeah, I think
about
even this
availability?
morning, a lot better. I think we're seeing all those guys respond to treatment the way they, you know, we hope. So you know, wherever the woods at, we need to knock on. You know, I feel like they're all heading in the right direction.
Practicable and available for Saturday.
Yes.